Hi, my name's Annalise. Welcome to A Business of Abundance. That's where you are. That's what this is. We live in abundance. We live in grace, period. This channel is Cultivating Abundance. I have created this channel to basically explore the business of abundance. And I'm sure you're like, what does that mean? What is that about? What a business of abundance? Trust me, it's not anything hippie woo woo. It's as much as I love hippie woo woo. It is very much discovering a outline and a blueprint to make sure that your life is not only recognized, but you are encompassing the most that you can out of it. That's kind of the reason why I wanted to make this channel, is because I, from a young age, constantly or always felt that everything should be amazing and joyful and, experience life all the time to your fullest. I remember a conversation when I was young. We went around the room and kind of said what you want to be when you grow up. And I didn't even know what it meant. I was like, I want to be a social butterfly. I don't know where I got that. I don't even know how. I was like 10, and I'm not even the most talkative person. I'm not the most extroverted person. But in that moment, it just felt like I just want to be free. I want to be free, and I want to live every ounce of what life has for me. And I realized that in wanting to be free as well, I also want a foundation, and I want to work hard. And it's always been a struggle finding for me something that I enjoyed that wasn't purely monetarily driven. We all want money. We all want that business. We all want, give me that money. Give me that money. Who doesn't want that? But I've just gotten to an age where I want that, and I want my freedom as well. And I want my joy as well. And we've been so geared now to quit that business, quit that job, live in abundance, live in, your freedom and your joy, and just do whatever you want to do. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because if it was whatever I wanted to do, I would be laid up on some yacht and, baby, okay? What I'm saying is there has to be a degree or a definition to how to get there. Living in abundance and living in with all of this wealth, how did you get that? I'm speaking more to the realization that someone has that they've been working a business and they've realized that for the longest time they've enjoyed, sketches, and following that sketchbook, you can see how they've progressed. Show me how it all started. And I think that's amazing. I think that there is a bottom. There is a point where you say, I'm not doing this shit no more. I need to figure out what makes me happy and what I want to do, and I don't care. And it's gonna be that. I've listened to so many self-help books and so many things kind of stating this is how you live a beautiful life and this is how you do that, and all very abstract. Your mind has to do this and then you'll be free. Go into the blackness, as Joe Dispenza says, which I went to that, advanced course, and I really loved it. It was great. One of my favorite quotes is, coincidence is God's way of being anonymous. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, and also leads to my mind, because my mind is very structured on, I want it like this, I need it to be like that, it has to be like this. It's very structured, it's very outlined, but at the same time, I want to just be free and I want to do the things that I love. Well, how do I do that? How do I get there? Definitions. I love definitions. I love something to kind of pop in my mind and say, how does that work? So in A Business of Abundance, I want to bring a definition to abundance and show you how. How do you get to that abundance, girl? How do you get there? So I just want to show you how you get there. That's where this stemmed from. I'm sure there are other people like me who want to know, how do I live in abundance? How do I not distract distracting myself from the things that I really want to do and live in, but just keep living in this, I have to do this type of world. How do I live in abundance while getting away from the construct of what society says I'm supposed to be doing or what it's supposed to look like, which is what we're all doing. I've come to you in the most humbly, graceful way to say, I don't know what the hell abundance is, and I want to discover it, and I want to figure out, and I want to define it, and I want to be able to live in that definition. I am fully aware that everyone has their own definition of it. Everyone says, this is abundance, and I live in abundance. And I'm looking like, girl, is that abundance? Is that what you call that? Okay. To each his own. What does it mean when people say to live in abundance? What does it mean? And am I wrong for wanting a definition, for wanting to know? Well, okay, you said, abundance is everywhere and enjoy it. Well, what does that mean? What? Okay, I'm abundantly full of hair on my head. I'm abundantly full in my stomach. Like, these are all blessings, but I guess where does the degree, scale? Just like if someone was to define love. So I read this book called All About Love by Bell Hooks. She said, we as a society or as a whole, don't quote me, would get so much further if everyone had a definition, a clear definition of what love is. If they knew what love was, we would be more engaged in acquiring it. We would be more emphasizing in, this is love. This is what love feels like. This is what love is. But a lot of times we don't. And we just look at lower levels of love because of trauma, because of situation, because of whatever. Her definition that she had from Erich Fromm is that love is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. Love is an action. Okay, love is an action. Do I feel like this person is making me feel like they love me? Am I in this relationship with love being able to actively help them pursue their spiritual growth? That's a definition. That's bullet points. That's like, okay, I said I need a man to take me to the movies, to cook for me, to whatever. And John up the street, he don't cook for me. He don't do anything like that. He don't take me to no movies, but yet I love him. Why? Why do you love him? What is he providing you? Where is the definition that we had? Girl, go back to the definition. So, if we have a definition to say, this is what abundance is, this is how abundance works, would you not be able to fall in line with that? And I'm not saying that because there's a definition, everybody has to be put in a box and everybody has to now, be in a certain area and be labeled. Hold on. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, for me, how does that work? When I open up a box and I'm putting together a bookshelf, where do those pieces go? How does that piece fit with that piece? Yes, I'm literal. I am literal, but I am very much as well in line with things that are of the phenomenon. So my mind works dually. It helps me connect the dots so that understanding the phenomenon is even better. So I say all that to say that there has to be a definition. If we define love, if we define our structure on what love is, or everything has a definition to get to our goals, how do we define being happy and being abundant? Why does that not have a definition? Why is the only definition of abundance to have a overly amount of? Overly amount of what? What? I'm here as a business of abundance. My name's Annalise. I want us together, because I know y'all gonna have some comments. Y'all always probably got something, because I watch y'all on other people's channels. I just think that it should be a group effort. It should be a communication. What is the business of abundance? How do I live my life abundantly? How do I still get to that money, get to that guap, do the things that I love and live it abundantly? And in that abundance, will there be ups and downs? How do I survive that? How do I keep going? Where is the definition? That's why I'm here. I want to build a definition with you. I want to see what that looks like. I want to discover abundance. I would love love your input on it. So I'm here to build a business of abundance. I want to experience joy. I want to experience wealth. I want to experience love. I want to experience all of those things. And I don't want to put them in a box. I don't want to say that there's no line, because there are lines. And I want to be open to that and open to exploring it and seeing what abundance is defined as. What is abundant? How do we live in that? How do we follow that tug in our stomach that says, I need to be doing something else? How do we, describe his abundance versus my abundance? I'm interested in making a definition and seeing what abundance is. And if you like this, follow, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.